Hi everyone, I'm going to show you how to make some switchel today. Pretty simple, it's 4 basic ingredients. You have your apple cider vinegar, you have water, you have your sweetener, which can be honey, it can be maple syrup, sour gum, molasses, any sweetener that you choose. And then you'll also need some ginger root. So as far as supplies that you need to get together, you will need obviously your ginger root, a knife, a grater, tablespoon measuring spoons, and then your sweetener. I'm using a quart jar today with a plastic lid, your water, and your apple cider vinegar. You'll also need a pitcher or kettle to heat some water up that will be added in later. So basically, the term Haymaker's punch originated because the drink was used for individuals that were haying. It was used in colonial times by farmers to quench their thirst while they were working in the fields. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm going to do is take some ginger roots. I don't know if you've ever used it or not. I have not, so you'll be witnessing this for the first time. We're just going to take off a piece, and then we are going to peel it. This is organic ginger roots. Tell you what, it's definitely ginger. Safety tip, don't peel it how I'm peeling it. And you do need a tablespoon of grated ginger. You can use powdered ginger as well. This recipe actually calls for the grated ginger though. Cut this piece off, see how much it makes. Alright. I'd rather peel a potato. This is a long process, but most nice people would forward it or speed it up so that you didn't get to see all the long process, but then you lose the experience. You can see the fibers in the ginger. I was told that's what makes it fun to grate. the cool thing about the Haymaker's punch is it's kind of customizable. So if, let's say you don't like honey, which I don't know anyone that doesn't, but let's say you don't, you can add those additional types. Let's say you want to experiment and you don't want to, I don't know, use water. Let's say you want to use some type of juice. You could use grape juice, you could use cherry juice, you could use apple juice, and it would just give it all kinds of different flavors. Alright, we're almost done. Alright, so I would say that's pretty close to a tablespoon. My wife got this new grater from Pampered Chef. I believe. It says Adept Chef, so maybe not. Works pretty well. So basically you have your tablespoon of grated ginger. So you're going to take your quart jar. We're going to put the tablespoon of grated ginger in there. Alright. The next thing we're going to add is 3 tablespoons of sweetener. So like I said, I'm going to use honey. I got this honey locally sourced. To me, it's beautiful looking honey. One of my coworkers has bees and he gave it out as a gift to everyone. So we're going to use that in this recipe. So 3 tablespoons of sweetener. One, 2, and 3. And if you get a little extra, that's alright. You can never have too much honey. Let it drain out of there a second. So the next part that you're going to want to do is you're going to add some warm water. It has to be warm, but you definitely do not want boiling. So that's where the kettle comes in. Warm it up a little bit. Just add it. It'll make it easier for your things to dissolve. So we are going to fill that up a little bit, just enough to cover what's in there. And we're going to stir. Okay, so we have that stirred up. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some room temperature water or juice of your choosing. We want to make sure that if you did get the water too hot, that we cool it down, because when we put in the apple cider vinegar, you're going to want organic raw apple cider vinegar. And when we put that in there, we want to make sure that it's not too hot that it would kill any probiotics in the apple cider vinegar. So I have some water here. We have a well, so we actually have a water cooler that we use, and I poured some in a pitcher, and I've been letting it sit here at room temperature for a while now. So let me go ahead and pour some of that in. And of course make a mess as much as possible. Alright, so I'm going to stop it right about there for right this minute. I'm going to stir it up a little bit more. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our organic apple cider vinegar, raw. And we're going to add 3 tablespoons of that to our mix. So I will go ahead and use the honey spoon. 1, 2, 3. Alright, we'll get that out of the way. So I'm just going to bring the water up to the top. And we'll stir that a little more. Alright, so that batch of Haymaker's punch is done. So I'm going to add it to a glass of water. And I'm going to quench my thirst. If you guys decide to make it, let me know in the comments. If you try different types of ingredients, let me know how that works as well. But like I said, you can pretty much make it however you want. If it gets too sweet, use less sweetener. If you like it sweeter, make it, add more sweetener. Try it with juice. Try it with the water. It's nature's Gatorade, essentially, because most of the ingredients are sources of electrolyte potassium. So let me know what you think. All right, thanks for watching.